summer afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the New York Jets. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And before kickoff, Charles, quickly your keys to the game.
Well, partner, I could give you the standard ones, turnovers, special teams play. But here's one that doesn't get talked about much anymore, and that's time of possession. Whoever controls the football, gives their defense a break, and takes care of business, that's the team that's going to win this ball game.
There's Nick Folk ready to put this one in the air. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
And he's coming off of an injury-shortened season where he only played in 8 games, but he's hoping to get back to an all-pro level that he played at a year before. Now, with new weapons in town, he and his team believe they can go deep in the playoffs and have a major impact.
The first carry now. This is Williams. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. Able to hit his target Lamb. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Makes it 3rd and inches.
On the sneak, it's Prescott. And he will have a Cowboys first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Prescott now. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Williams. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Jamie Sherwood there to make the stop.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get it down on the plane at the 37. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
Tolbert hauls in the out route. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 10 more there and another first down. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Look at this, a tight end carry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Prescott from the gun. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
This Jet defense so far standing tall. They need another stop now, 3rd and goal. Prescott. And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Cowboys will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. That was a big throw right there on 3rd and goal.
And the defense has to be prepared for you to throw the ball on 3rd and goal. Because really, 2nd down, 2nd and goal, that's your play action time, and you're not sure whether they're going to run it or throw it. 3rd down, you're usually sure they're probably going to pass it. Even more impressive that they got it done. And on the opening drive of the game.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And normally when you talk about a quarterback on his 3rd team in as many years, you're worried about this kid's potential. But in this case, Justin Fields has plenty of it, and he flashed it big time during his short tenure in Pittsburgh. Now he has an opportunity in New York to be a full-time starter once again, and the Jets are excited about his potential.
On play action, Fields. And a completion to Wilson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
From the 31, here's a 2nd down and 6. Now it's Fields. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
It's a gain of 21 yards. And the Jets, first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 5. Back to throw, Fields. They'll find Reynolds over the middle. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's good for a Jets first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. And he's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. First and 10. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
From the gun, here's Fields. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Justin Fields from 17 yards out. And the Jets are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Nick Folk for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A gain of 4.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen, but this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Deep for the Jets, Isaiah Davis. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets will take over. Out of the gun, Fields. This pass out wide to Hall. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
6-yard pickup.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he'll have a Jets first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
And the Jets, first down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Second down at the 41-yard line.
These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Stopped in his tracks, give him a yard up to the 42.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Fields now to throw. It's out. It's loose. It's picked. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Aubrey now for the PAT. And he's He's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And New York set to take the field.
27-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. He'll give it to Hall to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
A gain of 2.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Here's Fields. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
A shotgun snap, Fields. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
So on 4th down, Austin McNamara comes on to punt. Cavante Turpin deep for the Cowboys. Taken in at the 22. Call it a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll hand this to Williams to start things out. And he stopped immediately there. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing. Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Cowboys.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Up the middle, it's Williams. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. A toss to the wide side. This is Williams. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
Prescott now from the 50. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Williams. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
And a Cowboy 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Here's Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Off the draw, here's Williams. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Here's Prescott. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And they'll rally and stop him short of the 1st down at about the 6. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
The Cowboys field goal. A 23-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this 1st half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So out now come the Jets. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. looking to put a drive together. Off play action, Fields. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
19-yard line.
And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw is Fields. And his throw here is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. 5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
Here's Austin McNamara now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense getting set again. We spotlight Javonte Williams, the running back. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Play action now, Prescott. He finds Pickens over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 49 yards rushing for him now to this point. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now 2nd and 3. Prescott to throw it. Prescott able to use those legs of his to pick up the first.
It's a gain of 20. And a Cowboy 1st down.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt to kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
Now a 2nd and 6. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Well, they were going draw play there. The defense wasn't fooled. They sniffed it out.
I think they're going to have to go back and take a few more acting classes, because that's what a lot of that is. You've got to influence them to think that it's going to be a pass play, and have them drop out and maybe the defensive front coming forward and find yourself some space. In this case, no one was fooled and ended up spilling that play pretty well.
Now 3rd down and 7. Prescott now. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
At the 3-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Prescott from the gun. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Aubrey now for the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
At their own 35-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now Fields. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A final shot before the break. Fields. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Allen Lazard as time expires in the first half. And the Jets get a late touchdown here on the final play of the first half. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be first and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. That little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
Halftime coming
All
up.
right,
Let's get you
Brandon,
down to
thanks
Orlando
much.
and our buddy
Welcome in,
Scott
everyone,
Hansen
to the
with our
Orlando
EA Sports
studios. Scott
halftime
Hansen
report.
with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Second half starts with a run by Hall. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And they'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Play action. It's Fields. They'll roll him out right. Fields, such an athletic quarterback, gets him the first.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Jets.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And it's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Ball again. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop it right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Hall will give up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes, they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time, he used his quickness to make a play.
Here's Fields. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The Folks' kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
After the made field goal, back out is Nick Folk to kick this one off. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receivers. He brings out this offense. He's been his typical solid and reliable self, hasn't he, Charles?
When you have that go-to receiver that you can count on in the situation where you absolutely have to have him, there's nothing better for anybody who's throwing the football. But the best part is the payoff. 2 touchdowns already. That's the bottom line when you throw the ball to a guy.
Absolutely. Not over 100 yards right now, but he does have the 2 touchdown catches.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Outright, he finds Tolbert. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he called it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
Trailing here in the 2nd half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And it's incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Off the play fake, Prescott. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for three, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This from 54 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers? It's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it to 26. The Jets offense and quarterback Justin Fields heading back out there. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Amends on a second down and 17. Fields. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Here's Fields. It's caught on the right side of Smith. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Good coverage yards there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And out will come the offense as they take over. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Tackle on that play by Quentin Williams.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Final minute now of the third quarter. Now Prescott. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
A gain of 15. And the Cowboy first down.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued in that first down run.
It's caught. Tolbert. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
5-yard gain. Brings up second down at the 15-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the fourth. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Throwing, Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the fourth quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Aubrey now for the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. New York ready to go again offensively. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Second and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. From the gun, here's Fields. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, and they keep their heads up and continue to play.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also have those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
That's good.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Back to throw, Fields. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 9 on the scramble there, and it'll leave him with a second and just a couple of inches.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
They'll run here with Hall. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A 5-yard gain there makes it first and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. In motion right is Wilson. Fields now to throw. Flush to his right. And he is going to go down. Back at the sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front seven. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. To throw is Fields. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Osa Odighizuwa able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up a 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
Two straight sacks have them backed up now for a 3rd and goal. Now it's Fields. And this is going to be incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
4th down, Fields has to have this one. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Justin Fields, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Full connects on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was all capped off by the Justin Fields touchdown run. He took it in himself. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And able to get this out to the 25. The Cowboys offense and Dak Prescott getting ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out first downs, and that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
Play action now, Prescott. Oh, and that is incomplete.
My high school coach John Ford used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. This one swung out to Williams. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. To throw is Prescott. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's third and long. Now Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So now Justin Fields and the Jets down by 10. 1:45 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Here's Fields. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's first and 10. And that, nearly picked off. It would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's second down.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Now Fields. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical third down here. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
Back to throw, Fields. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Here's second down and 3. All eyes on Fields. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. But with the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 15-yard line.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.